and welcome to the channel. My name's Mark and we are with the Ultimate Racing League, and this is our Wednesday challenge, and we are in the Porsche 911 GT3. I'm covering the League 2 guys, and this is round 4. Already done 3. This is round 4. So very quickly, I'm just going to run through the league table situation, the points table situation as it stands going into this race, and it's all change. It seems to change every week at the top of the table, but as you can see there, Hodgie is on 132 points, Declan just 1 point behind on 131, Brian Moncani on 108, Shaggy moved into 4th and a point behind Brian on 107, and Stealth into 5th and only a couple of 3 points behind Shaggy on 104. So they top 5 after week 3. So all to play for this one. Now, as I say, we're at round 4. We're at Dragon Trail Seaside in Croatia. It's a fictional track, but a great track nevertheless. 3.2 miles, just over 3.2 miles long. There's 17 turns, and it is basically a triangle with 3 hairpins and 3 chicanes, the most notorious of which is affectionately known as the chicane of death. So it's going to be really interesting to see how these guys get on in these cars through those chicanes. As we know, these cars are a handful when you're trying to race them. So without further ado, we shall crack on and get this race started. The guys have been out there, done the qualifying, and if I can get the right camera, there we go, we can have a look at the car. So as you can see, Brian Moncani's got himself on pole position, Declan is in 2nd, Hodgie 3rd, the Big Mac is 4th, Shaggy is 5th, Kian 6th, Stealth is 7th, Firepower 8th, Graham is 9th, the Kebab Man's 10th, and Nath is 11th. So a few guys missing, myself included, for this one, but I'm sure we're in for some good racing nevertheless. So we shall get this race started, so keep an eye on those lights. We've got 3, 4, 5. Wow, that was a long wait, wasn't it? The waits to get these started seem to take longer and longer each week. But hey ho, we are off and running as Brian takes us into the first turn. It's more a kink in the road than a turn, and then straight into the first chicane. This left, then right. Let's just make sure everybody gets through. Oh no, we have had a casualty, and that's Hodgie. Now, what's happened to Hodgie? We followed them up to the chicane. Well, I don't think there was... Oh, there might have been a little touch from Kian. I'm not sure. I'm not sure if that touch was enough, but Hodgie has found himself right down in 11th. And a lot of work to do now to catch up, so that was really unlucky. Not what you want on the first turn. So back up to our leader, Brian. He'll be looking to get some good points on the board today. This first race taking place in the afternoon. And already Brian trying to stretch his legs and get away from Declan. You just see the cruise ship in the dock there. They've got a great view, haven't they, of this track, as we see Kian come down into this second hairpin. Who's that? That's the Big Mac, just gone a little bit wide. That's allowed Shaggy to get through, has it? No, the Big Mac just keeps his nose in front, although Shaggy gets in front for the chicane, and this is the chicane of death, and you just want to miss that bit on the right there, and it looks like everybody's got through. Oh, as I say that, I'm sorry Nath, that was commentator's curse there, I do apologise, but let's have a look and see what's happened to Nath. Yeah, he's just overcooked it a little bit, got himself a bit squirrely. Hodgie, oh, Hodgie really not having any luck, is he? Tried to avoid Nath. does get himself into 10th, but these two now find themselves a little way behind the nearest guy, which would be Firepower, and Firepower looks like he's going to be making a move on Kebab Man. So let's have a go on board with Firepower. Most of the guys were actually racing this track on Sunday in the GT3s, or the GR3s, however you want to say it, and the GR4s, so everybody quite familiar with this track. It is a very well used track in the game, although it looks quite simple on the map. It is quite technical. There's a few cambers, a few corners that will catch you out. Some of the curbs are a bit vicious if you get your wheels across them. So Firepower just following the Kebab Bands through the S's, through that chicane, up a bit of a hill, over the crest, and then down the hill. And this is where it's who's bravest on the brakes. As Firepower tries to get on the inside of Kebab Man's, he's still on the inside as they race towards the chicane of death. Kebab Man's just getting his nose in front and staying there. Everybody being a little bit cautious through here, and I don't blame them. So Declan is slowed right down. What is Declan? Oh, he's got that. Oh, look at the battle scars on that. Now that has got to be the chicane for Declan. Yeah, he was in second, just behind Brian. And as we go into the chicane, it's the exit. As I've said, he just clipped that bit on the right. Oh, that's Declan reversing into the traffic. Not the best way to do it, my friend. Finds himself down in 7th, and this is where the Kebab Man's and Firepower caught up with him, because he has got a lot of damage at the front. You can see the front bumper of Declan's car and that wing very badly damaged. He's managing to stay ahead of these guys, or is he? Is the Kebab Man's going to go through now? I think he is. Side by side across the line. The Firepower just sitting behind. Declan trying to come back though as they go into the first of the chicane, or the second of the chicanes. I've lost my bearings now. First of the chicanes. So Firepower and Kebab Man's both go through. Declan down into 9th. So let's just go back up to our leader, Brian. Doing a good job of keeping it nice and clean. That's the key to this track. Stay out of trouble. Kian in second. Not under any pressure at the minute from Shaggy. Shaggy sitting in 3rd. Got Stealth and the Big Mac chasing him down though. He will have seen them both in his mirrors. Shaggy, of course, is a commentator on League One, so if you do want to go and check that out, look for Sean Daniels at Mystery Inc. Racing, and he covers the League One guys in these Porsches. So head over and check out his YouTube so you can watch those guys. So Stealth sitting in 4th. So on board with Stealth. We've got the Big Mac just behind. As we come into the first of the chicanes, just try not to get too much of that left hand side curb. Nicely done through there for Stealth. This curb on the right will throw you as well if you get that wrong. Stealth keeping everything nice and steady though. Big Mac is getting closer and closer. All over the back of him. So Stealth's got one eye on the back of Shaggy's car as he wants to catch him up, but he's also got the problem of the Big Mac putting in a challenge, and the Big Mac's going around the outside. Stealth's going to stick to this inside line, but can he get the car slowed down enough? He can. Big Mac having to stay wide. They're still side by side. Where's he gone? Surely the Big Mac's had to drop in and slot in behind Stealth. Ooh, the back end there just decided to kick out on the Big Mac, but he managed to hold it. Great racing from those two through that chicane. Let's just drop back and have a look, see where everybody else is. Graham in 6th, all on his own. Hodgie now made his way up to 7th, so good recovery race for Hodgie. We are just under halfway of this first 15-minute race. Then we've got the Kebab Mans and Firepower still fighting it out for 8th position. Been trying to find a little bit out about some of these guys. Firepower in his spare time, he's actually a film director and editor. A new hobby that he's taken up and doing very well at it as well. He should have a chat with Stealth, who is our resident actor. Declan sitting in 10th after his kiss with Barrier at the chicane, and Nath unfortunately found himself a long way back in 11th, but he'll keep going. On the mediums, get them out of the way. You do have to use mediums in at least one of the 3 races, so Nath decided to get them out of the way early, use them in this first race, so he'll have the luxury of the soft tyres for the next 2 races. Somebody who is having a better race is Brian. Opened up quite a healthy lead now. He is on the soft tyres. So great racing from Brian so far. A lot different to his day job. Brian is a crane operator apparently, so this is a lot faster than what he would normally be doing. Shaggy sitting in 2nd. He is all on his own. He is under no pressure whatsoever. Just got to keep it nice and steady. All Stealth and Kian fighting it out for that 3rd podium spot. So far, so good for everybody in these cars. As I say, the guys are getting used to them now. They are very twitchy under heavy braking, these Porsches, and you really can't brake hard into a corner either, so the first 1 or 2 races was very interesting to say the least, but the guys really getting to grips with them now. Kian coming under a bit of pressure from Graham, so instead of Kian trying to take that podium spot away from Stealth, he's having to defend against Graham. Graham drives the Porsche on Sundays, so he is used to the Porsche car, although it is a slightly different model obviously on Sundays, but Graham is another one who seems to have got to grips with this car. So a good battle between these 3. So that 3rd podium spot is up for grabs, and it could be any one of these. Hodgie in 6 now. As I said earlier, he's on a good recovery race. Didn't have the best of starts to this one. Came off at the first chicane. Had a bit of a bump with, I'm not sure if it was Declan or Nath, I can't remember now. Found himself way back in 11th, but fought his way back to 6th. He's got the Big Mac all over him though. The Big Mac doing a good job so far. A few battle scars on that car as well. Everybody seems to have clip the barrier at some point. Well, apart from firepower, that car looks pretty clean. On his own, under no pressure. You can just about see the Big Mac ahead. We've got just coming up to 3.5 minutes left, so I'm not sure that firepower is going to get any closer to Big Mac. Declan down in 9th, and we've got the Kebab Mans in 10th and Nath in 11th. So back up to our leader, who can really afford to just take his time now, keep it clean, bring it home. So Brian really has taken to this car very quickly. Missed the first race, but jumped straight into this Porsche. Got himself a couple of wins in the second race, and he's doing very well this time around in Croatia. As I say, oh, great shot of the mountains in the background. We are on the seaside, as I say, but these guys haven't got time to go off making sandcastles. We've got this race in the afternoon, then they're going to stop and have something to eat and a cup of tea, and then we're back out again for an evening race. And just after that, and after they've all had their dinner, we're going to have a nighttime race. So yeah, 2 more great races coming up. So we'll just run down the order then. Shaggy still sitting in 2nd. Stealth still holding on to 3rd position, although Kian and Graham are still fighting in for it. They're not taking the foot off the gas, literally. Let's just see the 3 of them get through this chicane. Yeah, well done. Oh, the back end of Graham's car wanted to come round, didn't it? But he's tamed it. Hodgie in 6, Big Mac both just had a little bit of a swipe of the wall there, but nothing too serious. Hodgie 6, Big Mac 7th, Firepower 8th. I think with just under 1.5 minutes to go, I think Firepower will settle for that. Declan in 9th. And then we've got the Kebab Mans and Nathan 10. Oh, and Nath's gone off again. He's having a bit of a fight with this car on the mediums. I'm not sure if he's the only one. No, Kebab Mans is on the mediums as well. So Graham on the Graham having a fantastic race on the mediums. He does like to use them early doors, does Graham. Always seems to start his race on the mediums, and it's paying off for him today. So with about 30 seconds to go, Brian approaches the death chicane, which could possibly be the last time today. You can see we've got a capacity crowd here, all cheering him on. I'm sure they're all waiting for somebody to crash in that chicane, but Brian's not having any of that. So this does look like it could be Brian's last lap. And if it is, it's been a fantastic race from him, no dramas. He's done exactly what's required to take the win, so well done to Brian. Shaggy, another fantastic result for Shaggy. He'll be pleased with that, I'm sure. Some great points on the board for Shaggy. Stealth, Graham and Kian in 3rd, 4th and 5th. Great racing from those guys. Graham did a great job to get to 4th. Hodgie 6th, the Big Mac 7th. Firepower's going to bring it home in 8th, with Declan just behind in 9th. And then we've got Kebab Mans and Nath coming home for 10 and 11th. Well, that was race 1 in Croatia with the League 2 guys. Join me shortly for race 2 back here at the seaside. So I'm just going to forward it so we can oh, it was the kebab man's. Oh no, Nath, that's who I'm waiting for. Sorry, Nath. As Nath brings it home in 11th. So as I say, join me for race 2 coming up very shortly.